Hi, everyone. Welcome to Open Mic. I'm your host, Ramsey Chiri. I'm a psychic medium, and my co host, Hannes Coughlin. Hello.
Hello.
So, what do you do, Dennis?
What do
Talk
I
about
do?
yourself.
I do stuff.
It's more than stuff, it's a couple of pages of stuff. So,
I'm an intuitive energy healer, Celtic shamanic high priestess, crystal master, channel, galactic ambassador. That stuff.
that stuff, the good
That
stuff.
Fun stuff.
And, guys, if you want to reach out, you can find us at ramseychiri.net or twillowlifestyle.ca. And I also actually created what do you call that? What do you call it? An email address for this place. If anybody has any questions after the show, you'd like to ask it, just send it to this email and we'll feature it the next episode. So the email address is open-mic@hotmail.com.
Okay.
Repeat it. We'll put it on Facebook and YouTube so that you get to see it. And we got our hellos from Poco Poco. Nice to
Hey,
see
Kaylee. That's Kaylee.
you. Kaylee, yeah. And Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
Hello and
Nice
welcome.
to see you.
Welcome, everyone. And today's show, although we said, okay, send us your questions and we'll talk about it. But, of course, it's the first time, so nobody sent us anything. And it is okay. So we're going to start with something on our own. I got asked the question a couple of days ago. If we connect to source every time and we get everything that is there, why do we need a guide? And I thought it was an interesting question.
Well, I think that's different schools of thought.
Mm-hmm.
So some people feel that we don't connect directly to source. Other people feel we do. And I think that if we're not connecting directly to source, that we use guides as an intermediary, because source is high vibration. And so not everybody can tune into that really high frequency and get the messaging the way they need to. And so I think the guides play an intermediary role, or they help to make sure that we're on the right track, and in order to raise the vibration so that we can get that direction. That's kind of what my thoughts are. Is that
That's a good way of looking at it. And I took that question and sat with it for 48 hours.
I've had 1 minute.
48 hours because my brain started to...
Ooh, there's a good comment.
Let's see what the comment says. Just because we can go in and explore a cave doesn't mean a guide isn't helpful. Awesome. I love that. I love that.
Well put. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So after 48 hours of just letting that brew in and read the question a couple of times and so on, and of course at the beginning my mind said, like, it's got to be this, and it's all fabricated little boxes for it. And I dropped all the boxes, and at the end I said, okay, well, here is, we are a drop of water in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
We have the characteristic of the ocean, but we're not the ocean. And for a wave to manifest, many drops of water get together and create that wave. And when the wave splashes on the shore at the end of the day, every drop of water goes into its individuality and be part of the whole ocean. So we are part of the whole thing, and we need sometimes others to guide us to create that wave, even if we're connected to source, to create that wave so that we can move it forward to the shore. I don't know, it just came to my mind and I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. But
you mean one of your guides told you?
course not. I'm connected directly to source. No, actually, I do have a couple of guides, and I do rely on them a lot. And especially when questions like this come up, the first thing that my mind wants to do is put it in a box. You know, you need two legs to walk, but you might not need legs, and you can move from one place to another. And the mind doesn't allow for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 3 schools of thoughts that came out today. I love the cave one. I love the one that you brought up, Tanis, and here we go. I thought we can start with this one, and we got a hello from Washington State.
Hi,
Hi,
City. How are you?
hope all is well. Thank you all for
Awesome.
joining. And did I miss anybody? No, I think I got everybody.
We should say hello to Teresa, and we have someone that's in one of our groups, and I think it might be in your group.
Oh, hello. Yes.
And I only see Facebook user.
Yeah, most probably it is one of our groups or my group.
I think it's yours. I've got mine open here. I don't see it. So
yeah, one thing that I did not do this time around is open up mine. Because of course I can't open up mine.
So hello, Facebook user. It's all good. If you'd like to give us your name, then we'll know who you are as well. You could do it that way.
Yes, and I'll try to also see where.
So I think another point of view on that is the guides, especially the Ascended Masters, have actually been here on Earth. And so I think they play a translation role because they know what it's like to be physical, whereas Source doesn't necessarily. Not in the same way as somebody who has the experience themselves. So for me, I think the Ascended Masters play a role in that way, that it's like like they help to translate it to a way that we can understand with our linear brain and all of that stuff. I think that's the other role they play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So hello to Shem.
Hey, Shem. And we have Christina. Hello, Christina.
And Christina Kelly. Nice of you all to join us, and welcome to this episode. We just started. We opened up with guides and source. What are their roles? And if anybody has any question, please you can put it in the chat, and we'll continue the show and answer the questions as they show up on our feed. So, where are we? We are in a place where another one, which is I thought it was interesting to talk about, is, do things really happen for a purpose, or is it just random events?
I feel they have a purpose. So this is Margaret. Hey, Margaret. Maggie, how's it going? And she says, how do I connect with my guide? So there's many ways, right? Often it's easiest if we go into meditation. We raise our vibration through meditation, and then they're just more accessible. But everybody has their own methods in terms of what works for them, because we have different strengths. We have different clairs, right? Clairaudience, clairvoyance, all of that stuff. And so that will depend on how we connect, I would say, right? So if you're more visual, then in meditation, looking through your third eye to see stuff. If you're more clairaudient, then probably more like telepathic communication, where you're asking a question in your head, you're getting a response. Otherwise, we might be communicating with them with symbols or numbers or stuff like that. So that would be, is that what you're asking, Maggie? Is that the kind of response you're looking for?
Yeah, well, I believe so. And in my experience, the connection to guide, like you mentioned, is through meditation, some
Mhm.
kind of meditation. Uh, and sometimes I get my answers, or most of the times when I get my answers is what do you call it? By walking. I walk a lot. I love walking. So when I walk, I'm not busy looking or thinking. I'm just like merging with everything that is around,
Mhm.
especially in foreign places. Like I was in London last week, and I did 27,000 steps.
My goodness.
Yeah, and that's not in a day. It was that was a Friday afternoon and early evening. Yes. So
You do like to
it's
walk.
like the road runner.
You little energizer bunny you are.
Yeah, I couldn't walk at the end of the night, but it was I, I I enjoy it. I enjoy to be there. I enjoy to merge with everything around. And when that happens, I find I get a lot of answers. And that's
Mhm.
how I connect with my guide through walking, silence. Like for example, we talked about the question that came up, and it took me 48 hours to answer it. So I had to, try to connect and while I'm doing work, because I also work, so that kind of like lowered the vibration because I'm focusing on something else and I come back to it, and then after I get my answer, so that's where the connection happens. So
Mhm.
I'm sure
So
you'll find you're
walking for
going.
you is like a moving meditation then really, right? Because you
Hmm.
tune in.
Yeah,
Yeah. So meditation's usually the if I had to
yeah,
say one thing, it would be through meditation.
absolutely, yeah.
And we have a question there from Margaret or Maggie. Yes, what do you mean by numbers? Can you explain more about that?
What do you mean?
So numbers have meaning.
Okay.
So you can pick up a book, something like this, but each number has a meaning. So there's numerology that you can look at. There's like there's the common 111, for instance. The meaning for that is this number brings you the urgent message that your thoughts are manifesting instantly. So keep your mindset focused on your desires. Give any fearful thoughts to heaven for transmutation. So when you look up the numerology of different number sequences, it'll give you a meaning to go along with that. And so sometimes they speak to us that way in terms of numbers, and or sometimes it's symbols, right? And then the symbols also become a guidepost for how we interpret what the messages are that are coming in, because symbols can be different depending on who you are. So for me, I remember one time, um, so one time they showed my husband in a coffin, and I got very upset. And it turns out that they were, I sort of processed that for a day or so. And then I went into meditation. I'm like, okay, I need more information on this. Like, you need to tell me what's going on. And they're like, well, he's going through a transition. I'm like, is he going to leave his body? And they're like, oh, no, he's just having a spiritual transformation. I'm like, okay. So here's the deal. No more coffins. If they need a transformation, it's a bridge. So that's what happens. So you end up setting up your own sort of language with your guides, and you tell them what's a good symbol for you, what you understand. Most times that doesn't happen. Most times the symbol comes in and you can feel into it to find out what that is. But that particular one was a little bit jarring for me.
And
So
it could come in a other than a number, it could be a song even.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It could come in a song which is totally off, and you're not sure why you're humming it, and you know the song, but you're not sure what it is, and you don't know what the lyrics are, and that happens to me. But so
Yeah.
I
Me too.
go start to figure out what song is it, because I can't figure out what the name is, and then when I finally get it, I'll get the lyrics, and I look at the lyrics and I go, aha, that's what you're trying to say. Okay, got it. And then the thing just disappears from my head.
Hmm.
So they do use different, like you said, symbols, numbers. I don't know, billboards. It could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Watch for repetitive things because they'll keep repeating it until you pick it up.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
often repetitive. So if you see, 111 or 1111 once, that's just letting them know, right? That you're
Yeah.
seeing that. If you're seeing it more than once, it usually means you've started your spiritual journey, you've started your awakening, and they're trying to get through to you to say, "Hey, hi, yeah, we're here. Yeah, you can work with us now. Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
So
Foco has the same thing. He goes 1111
yeah,
all the time.
yeah, definitely. And 11s are one of the master numbers too.
Yeah.
So yes, exactly, Maggie. Mhm. Definitely. Does
And
anybody else have any questions for us? Because we can just veer off into other stuff if you. I know Fogo Pogo said, "Oh, what does Source want to focus on?" Okay. Are we deciding to do readings tonight?
well, we can do it. There was a question
Yep.
that came up from,
Hypnicity.
yep.
All right. Let's see. Whoa. They're trying to reach you. Cards are coming out all over the place here. Please do readings. It's all good. We don't mind. We didn't have anything planned for talk tonight. We're going to answer
Well,
questions. So if
I
it's
got
readings, it's readings.
I got this beautiful little Princess of Autumn that says, "Happy news about your career promotion or scholarship. Well thought out plan that go perfectly. Needing a little push to get going." Well, the first thing when I read your question, it says, focus, ground yourself, and focus. And your question is to focus on, but the actual answer is in the question, to be more focused. What you get, Tanis?
Yes, I got. What do I have here? I have trust in divine
Well,
purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you're on a path of growth. So there's something going on for you that you're feeling a little uneasy about. And they're just trying to reassure you, okay, that everything's good. All right. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel. Oh, I should show you the cards. Accept Archangel Raphael's energy or help with this, as he enhances your strength. Okay. And I got, it's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. Okay. You're on the verge of something. Yeah, you are. So the other thing is to not get too tied up in it. That's the other thing I'm feeling. Like when you get really stressed out about something that's coming, then sometimes we can block it even, right? I don't know that you're blocking it, but this would be an indicator like don't get too stressed out over this, right? Make sure that you're still making time for yourself and playing. Put your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel joins Michael to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. So it's almost like you're going to get this flash of inspiration that's going to come in, and it's going to be magical because the other one I got was embrace this magic moment. Okay, so you are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled and welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. So whatever this is pretty magical. It feels exciting is what it feels. So just don't get too stressed out about whatever's coming. Try to go with the flow, and just allow, because I think it's all good for you. Hey, Gerald.
I think Jen said hello. Yes. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
And
We have Hi Fun Boy.
fun, fun boy. And okay, this is a question. Maybe talk about the energy from this week. It's all over the place the last few days, at least for me. A lot being lightheaded, lots of downloads, etc.
Yes.
Yes.
I've had that as well. So a lot sort of, I'll have moments where I'm like, I wouldn't say disoriented, but it's like when you turn your head fast or something and you have that sort of feeling. It's almost like that, but I'm not turning my head. I mean, it's a fraction of a second. It's nothing, but it's like noticeable. What are you experiencing? I know a lot of people have had headaches too the last week.
Like I said, it was offbeat this week.
Yeah.
I was drumming the wrong note.
Yep.
So yeah, there was a lot of mixed energies around. There are things unsettled, or at least that's how I felt it. But it feels like as we go into September, which is the Harvest Festival, things are gonna go back into normality, but not a normality in terms of normality. There's usually with the Harvest Festival, it's not a vegetable, it's a festival.
Could be a vegetable. Could be a vegetable festival.
You harvest a vegetable. Is you're reaping the reward of everything that you've done all year long. So all the work that you've done since spring is coming to fruition. And that's why the question before is like, what's going to happen in September? September is where everything is going to rise. The fruits are going to come out. You're going to take them. You're going to hold them. You're going to store them because winter is coming. But it's the reward of all the work that was done.
And I'm hearing, don't forget to celebrate those.
Oh, yes. It's very important. Very important.
Right. I don't think we celebrate our successes enough in our society. We tend to, even if you win an award, okay, great. Next day you're off doing more work again. Like sit with that. Revel in the fact that you've done a good job, right? It's okay to be proud of yourself for doing stuff. So it's very important. Hello, everyone. We have a busy chat tonight.
Yes.
How is everyone?
Tarot Stash.
Gerald. Hello. And then we have Dorada, which is Betsy. How are you doing, Betsy?
Hey, Betsy. Long time. Hey, Pam.
We have Pam. See you again. And we have Annie. Hello, Annie. And who else do we have? There was somebody else that we missed there, I think.
Oh, Estella.
Sarah.
God, I haven't seen you in a while, Estella. Nice of you to join. Glad to see that you're here.
And we have Sarah Cavallero. Great to have you. So we have lots of you on tonight. That's exciting.
We have a good question over here. Mm-hmm. I would like to clear and protect one of the floors at my office that has a lot of gossip.
Okay.
What are the approaches I can use?
Okay. And so energetically, some of the things to do would be clear the space, because sometimes that stuff gets caught up in the space. I remember one time I walked into an office and I had just started a job and it was my team. And the energy in there was so heavy. I needed like a chainsaw to cut it, not just a knife, because there had been stuff happening. And so, I wasn't into this at the time, but I certainly remember that feeling. And now if it was to happen to me now, I would be going in and clearing the space energetically. So, if you can't use sage, because a lot of office buildings, you can't use sage, you could use salt water, a very fine mist of salt water. You can get some holy water, spray that around. If you have Reiki, you can use your Reiki symbols on the floors and the walls and the ceiling. You can then grid the place. If you have access to the corners, you could put black tourmaline and selenite or black tourmaline rose quartz in each of the corners of the building. That would be my energetic thoughts on that.
I would add tubing to that, because although it's not it's still an attack.
Yeah. So tubing for yourself.
Attack. Yeah. And tubing, I find it's good. And also, I don't know if you know what tubing is. Uh, no, I'll leave it up to, to you. You're the queen of the tubing. Go
The
ahead,
tubing
Candice.
queen. Okay. So tubing is a great way to protect yourself from attack that's coming at you. So one of the best ways to do that is a very simple thing. So if you guys want to try this at home, what I invite you to do is just close your eyes and feel the energy that's around you in your auric space. Okay. And then just repeat after me. What we're going to be doing is bringing down a big tube of light. It comes down around you like this. So just repeat after me. Okay. So closing your eyes, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Raphael. If it's appropriate, for as long as it's appropriate, please tube me. And then you just bring the tube down and let me know what you feel with that. Okay, guys? And Jennifer says it's not for her. She wants to ensure that energy changes there. So I would say that the spraying, the symbols, the crystals, all of those things, you could get a big crystal, like I guess you can't see it on here, but I've got like these big amethyst crystals. You put one of those there. That's a little more pricey. Perhaps some selenite. They have big things of selenite that are reasonable.
Even if it's small like that, you can put it on your desk and kind of like semi-protection.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like she wants to help a team change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that area. So I'd like to interrupt this broadcast because Liz, it's interesting that you're here tonight. I'm glad you're here. You have one on your desk, Jen. Okay, good. Okay, so Liz, I actually picked cards for you last night, but didn't get a chance to deliver them to you because we ended up in our lightning round. So I'm going to give you the reading now, if that's okay. So what I got was for you, Liz. Welcome, by the way. Improving health. This was what was coming for you. Improving health. Perhaps try detoxification. And there's some acceptance involved in that. So there's some resistance for you. So there's something that you need to release, okay? Recognize the signs from above because your guides are talking to you. All is in perfect timing. So it's time to take action. I'll be here to help you every step of the way, being Michael. Open your heart, right? Nobody is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal the situation. For you, it feels like you're judging yourself a little, Liz. So you don't need to do that, right? We're all perfectly imperfect. We're human, and that's kind of what happens. And I think your question was about sort of what you want to do going forward. So protection came up. These are like life purpose cards. It's time to decide because I think you're going to be going back to school or taking classes. Okay, because I got classes and I got books. Perhaps about crystals, or at least incorporating crystals into your life. There's some kind of practice. I actually felt like it was a spiritual practice or an energy practice because I also got spiritual teacher is coming for you. So either there's one coming into your life or you're going to be one. You need to know that your life purpose is supported. Okay? And you got the abundance card. So that's what I have for you, Liz. Sorry I didn't get a chance to give it to you last night.
Yeah, a quick one, Liz. You have imprisoned yourself behind a big, wide window. You're seeing the outside, but you can't participate in it. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, what is holding you back.
There may
But
be
you
some
have
health issues there.
okay. Oh, okay. you have a lot of options, and it seems that there are a lot of passages that are open and available for you. There's something right next to you. Okay, I'm not sure what it is, but there's something right next to you, kind of like. Oh, maybe it's your. Okay, so do focus, do focus on where you want to go. Basically, meditate, and one of those. I see actually three passages. One of those three will light up for you, and you can take the one that feels good. Okay, but I'll pass it on.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for your question, and thank you for keeping her cards from yesterday, Janice.
Yeah, I was like, I just need to keep them here. I don't know why. So the guides knew you were coming, Liz. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Catherine. I have okay. We need to answer here. I'm seeing white green while in the tube, which is awesome. I'll leave it to Janice.
Perfect. So the white is source energy. That's what the tube is made of. And the green would be healing energy that's coming down for you to help you. And it's heart energy. So heart and source. It's beautiful. How does it feel? Did anybody else do the tubing? How are you feeling?
No answers yet. So let's go here. Thank you both. You're welcome. I know a couple of you from Bokoko and Fun Boy and a couple of you had asked for readings. No, it is not selfish. Here, is it selfish? It's not selfish. I'll get to you. We'll get there. No worries. Anybody has anything to say about the tubing? What did they feel? What did they see? Did they see anything? Did it feel good?
Who is this one that's going to New Mexico and Arizona? Oh, yes. It always feels like that to me too, Kaylee. A nice warm blanket.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook user talking about a trip to New Mexico and Arizona.
Okay, I must have missed it.
It was early on, yeah.
Oh my God, like I can't keep up.
We got a lot of you on tonight. He's not used to this.
I missed it. Would you be able to click on it or not?
Me? I don't think I can do that. No.
Oh. Okay, so there's a Facebook user asking for.
Yeah.
You know what? Then let's start with the first one.
That's where you can find us.
Oh, here it is. I saved it. I found it.
This one, yeah. So whose question is this?
I don't know. What do my guides want to say about my upcoming trip to New Mexico and Arizona? It's not from my end. Tannis, it must be on yours.
Oh, it's Maggie. I do have it on mine. It's Maggie. Okay, so let's see what they have to say for you, Maggie. And yeah, it is divine, isn't it? So Betsy says, when I tube myself, I feel divine. And he said, I had a sense of slight lifting, still feel heavy these days. Yeah, it's... So one thing, I was teaching a class on today, and one of the other teacher that asked me to come and teach was talking about the fear story. So we were talking about the fact that when we tap into the fear story that's within the whole collective, it's very heavy feeling. And so the more you can sort of stay out of that story and sort of be in your own space, keep your own space safe and happy, you're choosing a different reality from the fear space, right? Because really we choose which reality we want to be in. We're so programmed to stay in the fear space that it's difficult for us to do that. And so that's where we just work hard to stay positive and all of that stuff. Yeah, the barometric pressure does have an effect as well as the Schumann resonance and the solar storms. So please do not respond to any solicited. We will never solicit and ask you to inbox. Okay, this is not someone related to what we're doing here. So please do not do that.
Okay. I feel you're a bit anxious about the trip. Or it's not, or it is. That's the feeling that I get. But it looks like everything is smooth sailing. It's very open, wide. So the trip is, there are no hiccups whatsoever. It's beautiful. It's bright. I'm not sure what you're looking for over there, but it is at the end of the rainbow. That's what I get.
That's beautiful. Okay, let me see what comes out for me here. Yes, beware of trolls, please.
Yes, please. I think this troll came from Facebook, which is odd. Usually
I just went and blocked, but
yeah, I blocked it from over.
You can do that as well. So have your loved ones are safe. Let go of fear and worry for your loved ones. I'm looking after them. So Maggie, I think that's not about your trip, but you just need to know that. Okay. He's coming through, just telling you everything's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone new is coming. So an important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. And your vibration is rising. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You're evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. So I think your trips are going to be really great, and you may meet somebody on those trips that's going to really impact your life. It may not be a partner. It may be a really good friend or a spiritual mentor or something like that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. So we have a few other new people here too. Hi, Angie. Nice to have you.
Hi, Angie. I am waiting to hear about a test result. Okay, so I'm going to put you in the queue. And the first person in the queue is Funboy.
Okay, so this, I'm going to address this because we're not going to address a question about a succubus.
What's a succubus?
This is not what we do on this channel. Okay, if you want to ask a relationship question about a twin flame or about somebody in spirit that is not, we shall address that, but we're not addressing a succubus question. Sorry.
Oh.
Can we change that, please?
Yes. Okay. Here we go. I didn't understand what it means, so I just had to look it up. Mm-hmm. Does Source support my Reiki class? Of course, Source supports your Reiki class.
Source always supports Reiki because it's channeled.
Yes. Yeah, let me
Yes,
see.
I would say that's definite yes. Welcome abundance into your life.
It's just, it was just open. There's nothing there like to block it or anything. It is yes.
Yep. Definitely a yes for that one, Betsy.
It is not selfish to ask Ramsey any messages. Me, family, friend who have passed. Thanks in advance. It is not selfish. Absolutely not.
No.
Taking care of self is not selfish.
Very good. So, Kaylee, I have trust in your divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. We knew that. Make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy because you deserve it. Okay? Open your heart. Nobody is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal the situation. Perfect cards for you.
Okay. From my end, there's a guide. I am sure it's a guide. It's a male figure. I'm not sure if it's a family member or not, but he's waiting on you to do something. It's just to move forward kind of thing. He's pacing back and forth. You have a female. There's a female spirit with you. She's a family member. There's intense love for you. And sorry. There's there's intense love, and she's there with you to guide you. She's always there. You can always talk to her. I'm not sure if it's a motherly love. It's just like it's very strong, or it's a grandmother love. So
I think it's grandmother.
it's a grand. Oh, it is intense, and just to tell you that she's there all the time with you, and you can talk to her. She's there with you. You can talk to her. Hope that helps. And no, there's no such thing as selfish. Just wanted to say that because I lived in a selfish world for a long time, but then I turned out not to be one. All right. So, next question. What do you suggest for me at this time? Dance. Like there's no tomorrow. Sorry, I need to disconnect from the other person.
What do you suggest for me at this time? All right, let's see. Don't give up on love, and your career is growing and blossoming. Now's the time to make the changes you've been contemplating. So I don't know if you've applied for a different job, something like that. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. So I also feel like you're having a relationship you cherish can be healed. Feels family. There's something going on that's going to help you heal some family stuff. Okay. Hope that's helpful.
Yes, I do feel the same thing. There's something about the heart. it's a family thing. I'm sorry, I can't connect too strongly because I can't disconnect from the other spirit for some reason. But it feels like there's something that it's not. I don't know why reconciliation, but there's no reconciliation. It's just to move forward on it. Okay, you're good. And Angie. I'm waiting to hear about a test result. Pretty worried.
I can certainly feel your anxiety, Angie. Yeah. So your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome you truly desire. Okay, that's really a card about worry. So just focus on what you want to have happen, because really, if we focus on, so energy flows wherever your attention goes. So have your attention going to the result that you want. Okay.
I just see the result as white paper, so there's nothing worrisome on it.
Yeah.
All will be good. So, Foco Poco. Amount of
Yes.
ear popping. That's awesome.
That's because they're trying to talk to you.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, Jennifer.
Sorry, I just want to give. That was so kind of you. Thank you so much. Could have died 3 already. Died?
There's been some
New
health
path.
stuff.
Oh, I see. It's coming. But I'm still clueless by believe it and energetic. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yes,
That's
it
awesome.
is. I mean, you got
Yeah.
the practice, which to me, I was hearing energetic practice
Yeah.
or intuitive practice.
Yeah.
You had the spiritual leader there, spiritual teacher. So that leads me to believe there's something going to be coming forward for you in terms of that. I think that probably taking a class or two would help you to find your direction as well. Sometimes if we just follow what pops out at us, we'll figure out, what. Sometimes you'll take one class and you'll be like, oh, it's that. Okay. So maybe it's not the class you take even, but something's brought up in the class that is what you do want to do. So, follow your intuition on that. So sit in that for a little bit and see, but it does feel like there's some kind of energetic, intuitive work coming for you. That certainly was what the cards were saying. Okay.
Hey, Jen. Nice to see you. Hey, lovelies. You lost it? You went somewhere else.
Me?
Yes.
I do that, yeah. Sorry.
Pam, thank you for joining us today. Yes, we're almost done, so you can run.
Thanks for
good
coming.
to see you. And sorry. Okay, so people are replying to other people. I'm not going to put there. All right. So we did do a couple of readings.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Does anybody have any other questions about abilities or psychic stuff?
Yeah.
Or mediumship? Or that kind of line of questioning?
Yeah.
It's nice to see you too.
Yeah. Since we're talking about mediumship and psychic ability, we had I had the second class for the Spirit Cafe.
Oh, yes.
Last Saturday. It was a second hit again. And I say hit not to brag in terms of what we do, but to brag in terms of the capabilities of people and their abilities to relax and trust the process. It is amazing to see that once you let go of the mind, you open up the channels to hear, see, feel, and expand your horizon like you've never done before. It's amazing to, like, a small little thing, just meditate, quiet the mind, sit with it, and you'll see your awareness expands, and whatever messages that are around will start to pop in, and that's what is called a psychic ability. And slowly, and on the first session that we had with them, people were able to give evidential mediumship, which is phenomenal.
It's amazing, yeah.
Mediumship. They were able to see the spirit, give 3 evidence about it to confirm it with the sitter, and these are people that had no experience, 0. I have this much experience. Tavis has this much.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I can't.
I don't know about
You
that.
started before me, so you had more experience than I do.
We've both been doing this many lifetimes, my dear. Many lifetimes.
Yes. Oh, this is awesome. Again, one of those walks,
He's
So
excited.
when we measure our, I know I get overly excited over silly little stuff.
Does this have numbers? Because you get excited about numbers.
No. Maybe it's a number. So when we measure our evolution, our spiritual evolution, we put it on a straight line, and we say, I am here, and somebody is over here, and this is the flow of time. I go, but that just doesn't make sense, because I'm here, and the other person is also here on their time span,
Yeah.
So what's the best way to be able to figure out where we are within our evolution and within our spiritual evolution? And I found it.
Oh.
It's here and here and here. It's a circle.
Ah, okay.
Because it doesn't start from anywhere. And it's a repetitive, it continues looping and looping and looping and looping. And wherever we are on that circle, that's the right place for us. And not just the right place because we want to say it's the right thing, you're at the right place at the right time, that's your time to be here. No, it's actually feels absolutely right that this is it. I don't know,
There we go, a
Jen.
little spiral.
Yeah.
Spiral.
Yes, it's just like it was a moment of clarity where this came up, and I said, no, we're here. We're all equal on this circle. And if I'm ahead of you, but I'm still behind you at the same time. So I thought it was mind blowing. But
Yeah,
again,
it's
small little thing.
It's one of those things that we need to pull ourselves out of comparison to others, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
don't compare yourself to others. You can compare yourself to what you were like last week, but we're always going to be different every day, because every day we learn something new. It changes who we are. It changes how we're going to react the next time we see it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say? Oh, beautiful.
She said
Thank
beautiful.
you. Yeah.
And a big hello to Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Thank you for joining.
Kardec. Cool.
And Fogo, I was watching a movie on Netflix that was really good. It's about a gentleman who did research on mediumship in the 1800s. Do you have the name?
Kardec is the movie, but of the person.
Or the name of the here it
Kardec
says
is the
called
movie.
Kardec. Okay,
Mhm. Yeah.
I didn't see it. I went so fast on the thing. I sometimes skip this. So it's good to know whoever has Netflix and would like to see it. This I think it would be a good movie.
And we have like the best chatters on tonight, Ramsey, because
Oh,
we've
yes.
hit 100 messages today.
Oh God! So I must have missed a lot.
Thanks, guys. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels, please. Okay? You can find them.
Oh yes, I have been so involved in life. I forgot this past. Sorry, did I miss something with this one? Yes, I have been involved in life.
What
I
did you
forgot
miss?
this message. I don't know. Maybe
What did
it's
you
the
forget, Annie?
maybe when we did the reading for her, and I
Yeah, it
don't
was
remember.
something that we forgot.
Yeah.
I don't know what I had for you now, because I think I put it back. We're so glad you joined us too. Oh,
Yeah, I forgot to trust the journey. That's a good one. Yeah.
oh yes.
Yes.
Yes. We sometimes will do that, won't we? We forget the journey that we're on, and we need to feel into that and trust it.
And
Yes,
yes,
we
we
are where
are,
we're supposed to be.
which is true in a way because okay, when I started this a long time ago, what's her name? Uh, Oprah started doing the spiritual stuff on TV at the same time. And I go, oh wow, look, like I started to compare to her and to Eckhart and to all these people, and it's like they're on the highest peak in the world, and I'm at the lowest valley, and I have a long way to go. But the reality was, we were all on the same level, but in that circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we are where we are, and that's the beauty of it.
When we put it on a linear structure, it's like judging something to be better than something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're all beautiful and unique and divine beings in and of ourselves, and we don't need to compare ourselves to each other. I mean, we tend to do that because it's human, right? And we're all human. We're perfectly imperfect because we're human. But if we can step out of that a little bit, then we don't judge each other in the same way. It's not as we can bring more compassion to our lives. Yeah, circle picture is the best. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, I know it's an insight, and somebody asked before, how do you connect with your guide? Is by challenging your guide. Help me out, like really, where am I in this evolution?
Yeah.
And at one point I said, okay, I don't, like, I have books that I haven't opened yet because I wanted to read them. And then I go, no, you know what? I'm going to take pictures. I try to sell them because I don't want to read them.
Mm-hmm.
Today, where I am is perfect for me.
We are exactly where we're meant to be. We are never going to miss out on something
Yeah.
that is meant for us.
And I don't need to go for maybe now in a couple of months, 6 months, a year, I feel like, oh, yeah, I'm getting thirsty for certain type of information. I might, yeah, thirsty. I might go into it and read and gather the knowledge. But today, I don't need to. Somebody said it. You become an intellectual idiot by gathering all this information and not actually sitting with it and applying it for your own life at this point in time. Like in this space, the knowledge that you carry, that you hold, that you gathered, apply it. And once that is part of you, it opens up the gate for a next step
Mhm.
for you to gather more information. And every step that you go into, you realize that there's always someone there to guide you.
Mhm. It's like integrating the knowledge,
Yeah.
right? It's one thing to learn it, but if you don't have the hands-on experience or the integration of that knowledge,
Yeah.
then how do we move forward with it? So sitting in the knowledge, and a lot of this stuff too, for many of us, is a remembering, right?
Yes.
It's not a learning. Like for me, a lot of mine is remembering, and it's not really done. I mean, I have my courses, I've taken classes and all that stuff. I've got the paperwork, but really a lot of the integration piece was memory of past lives and stuff that I've done in past lives, and that's where the experiences come for me. So I've done the classes here because it helps me remember what I knew in other lifetimes, because we have to forget it, which is really unfortunate, really, but needless to say. But when we start to sit with the information and start to integrate it, that's when the memory can come into play, and you
Yeah.
can start to integrate it into practical experience. So that's been my experience anyway. Like I've taken the class, and then as the words filter through, it's almost like there's another whole layer that lights up that's a memory layer. Does that make sense?
Well, to me, it made sense. It was clear in my mind.
Okay,
Hope
cool.
it made sense to all of you. We have actually passed the hour by 2 minutes almost.
We have.
Thank you all. You've been amazing. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for asking all these questions. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. In the meantime, if you have questions for the next episode, please don't hesitate to send us an email. It's open-mic@hotmail.com, and we'll put it on Facebook and YouTube. And I thank you all for being with us, and we'll see you next week. The thank you notes are coming
Awesome. Thank you so much,
nonstop.
guys. Don't forget to stop into Twillo Talk on Monday,
Yeah.
and our free readings with Michelle and I on Wednesday next week. Okay. And we'll see you in 2 weeks here.
Thank you.
Lots of love, guys.
Thank you.